Hello, and welcome back to the Alignment Assignment, where we take a look at each of the D&D alignments and what they mean. This week, we take a look at Chaotic Good. Now, I don't need to tell the chaotic good amongst you that alignment is a guide and not a straitjacket. Your character's actions determine their alignment. Their alignment should never determine their actions. Now, Chaotic Good. Let's divide it into its two halves, chaos and good. Now, what do these two things mean? Foremost, chaos means freedom. It means they do not like being beholden to any sort of lord or god or a organization perhaps. Now this is a very unusual attitude to have in the feudal worlds that most of D&D takes place in. It will indeed ruffle the feathers of anyone with a title and become problematic for them. Now, good. What does this mean in D&D? Typically it means benevolence, mercy, protection, and generosity. It means anything that you wouldn't mind being on the receiving end of. That's sort of the litmus test for alignment, is that if you want to be on the receiving end, it's good. If you want to be given it, it's probably evil. So, what does chaotic good mean? And which side of your alignment does your chaotic good character value more? If they value the chaos, then they especially do not want to be beholden to anyone or anything. They want freedom most of all. They don't want anything tying them down. Even if the party joins a good organization like the Order of the Phoenix, this will still rankle the chaotic good character a bit, even though it's a good organization, because now they're tied to something. Of course, they're still good aligned, so they might not be leaving the party, but they might be spending more time ranging in the wilderness or exploring the slums and helping the people there than they are hanging out with the party and this order. The chaotic good character wants to be that old school traditional adventurer with a khopesh in one hand and good deeds in the other. And they wander the land and they get into adventures and they help folks. That's where the chaotic good character feels most at home. Now, if they value the good half the most, then they're a bit more mature, perhaps, than another chaotic good character. They will still aid a revolutionary party against a lawful evil ruler. They'll help overthrow this evil overlord. But they might be more happy to do it from the shadows. They will aid this organization, though they might not go out in a blaze of glory as a martyr, like a chaotic good character who values the chaos more. Because to the one who values good more, it is saving the people. It is saving the lives of these people in the revolution. That is the more important thing, rather than sending a message of freedom and a message of smashing the state at any cost. Now, what moral quandaries will the chaotic good character face? The most obvious, of course, is having to choose between freedom and good. Now, let's say they do overthrow this lawful evil overlord. Well, now the country is in shambles. The infrastructure has been destroyed. The economy has all but collapsed. There's no more trade. The security, all the guards, the security has been destroyed. Now owlbears are eating hobbits like popcorn shrimp, and they're raging through the landscape. This country is in dire straits. It needs to be set right. But how does the chaotic good character do this? Perhaps another nation offers this newly freed nation vassalage. They offer them protection in exchange for servitude. What does the chaotic good character think of that? What if other nations see this new nation and they see that it is weak? They'll want to annex it. Perhaps they'll offer something, or perhaps they will annex it by force. How will your chaotic good character deal with that? You see, the chaotic good character must think that it is very difficult to pursue the good part of their alignment while everyone and everything in this nation is on fire. There will be some difficult choices to be made after their glorious revolution. Now, who is chaotic good in popular culture? The most obvious choice is Robin Hood. He robbed from the rich, and he gave to the poor. But this isn't exactly what makes him chaotic good. Specifically, he was robbing from lawful evil thugs, led by the Sheriff of Nottingham. Now this is what made him chaotic good, because he was defying a lawful evil ruler, and lawful evil being anathema to chaotic good. He was protecting those small folk, which is a very strange thing to do in this feudal society, and this is why Robin Hood is a legend, because he did this strange action, this good action of protecting people, and he's a legend because he managed not to get drawn and quartered at the end of his career. William Wallace, for example, has a very similar story with a very different ending. Now, also chaotic good characters. Star Wars has chaotic good out the wazoo. The wazoo, of course, being the gland that excretes chaotic good. The Star Wars Rebellion is chaotic good in broad strokes. They want freedom, safety, dignity, and democracy for all planets. And it is the Empire that is squashing this. Although the Empire is bringing order, but that's a debate for another time. Now, Han Solo, for example, will swear up and down that he is chaotic neutral, that he is beholden to no one. But really, if he didn't start as chaotic good, he has become chaotic good because he does and will risk his life to save his friends and risk his life for the rebellion and the people in it. Certain mythological characters are also chaotic good. Think of Prometheus, who looked down and saw the shivering, huddled masses of humanity. They were freezing, and they were miserable, and they were pathetic. And so he strode down from Mount Olympus, torch in hand, and he said, "I bring you fire." And he brought this to humanity. And then lawful evil Zeus thanked him by chaining him to a mountain and having an eagle rip out his immortal regenerating liver at the dawn of every day. Chaotic good stories are often inspiring for the masses, but they do not always end very well. That was a jarring jump cut, I know, but Lawful Evil Cobalt destroyed the original ending to this video, so here I am at a new location for a reshoot. So, chaotic good society, what does this mean? Chaotic good, they enjoy life on the fringe, they enjoy pioneer society, they enjoy frontier society. This is where a human is free to be a human and a hobbit is free to be a hobbit. This is where the freedom lives, and this is where the community can band together to survive this harsh environment. Now, that said, chaotic good might be a bit more Darwinian than other good alignments are. You see, when a chaotic good person sees someone in their society just acting a damn fool, they will allow this person to fail. They will allow this person to hopefully learn from their mistakes, become self-sufficient, and then become a productive member of society. Now, they're still good aligned, so they're not going to allow someone to horribly freeze to death in their thatched roof cottage with nothing to eat but disease and gruel. They are still good, so they will allow someone to fail, but they will not allow someone to die outright. Now, when chaotic good sees someone in their society who is not pulling their weight, who is not doing their part, chaotic good feels free to tune them up. See, an ass beating goes a long way in bringing someone back in line with society and hopefully making them a productive member once again. Now, in extreme cases, they may need to exile someone, kick them out completely. They probably will not be putting them in jail, nor will they just be flat out executing someone, because both of these are anathema to chaotic characters and good characters. And so this is an action that a chaotic good society will probably not condone. Now, if you are an indigenous tribes person, it is a chaotic good pioneer that you want to meet. It doesn't matter if you're an elf or an orc or some freaky forest gnome. When the chaotic good explorers are ranging through the forest and they come upon, what's this? Forest gnomes, how strange. Their initial reaction will not be to kill them and take their land. They will approach them and say, do you want to trade? And perhaps something good will come of this, because the humans might bring the gnomes metalworking and cutlery because the gnomes do not have this. And the gnomes will, of course, give the humans psychedelic mind-altering mushrooms, because that is what forest gnomes have in abundance. So also, if the gnomes ignore these chaotic good explorers, then the chaotic good explorers will ignore the gnomes, because who cares? They're chaotic good. They will allow these gnomes to lead their lives, and they're not affecting the humans, so no problem there. Now, if the gnomes just, upon seeing the humans, just outright attack them, as gnomes are wont to do, then the humans will fight tenaciously, tooth and nail, because chaotic good does not suffer affronts to their freedom, to their safety, or to their lives, both for themselves and for the members of their community. They will fight back against these gnomes, but they will not start the fight, you see. So, that has been the rugged individualist that is chaotic good. I'll see you next time.